So today, guys, we are going to be making an orange marmalade cake. So what you will need for your orange marmalade cake is 200 grams of salted butter, 250 grams of caster sugar. But because in our family we much prefer things that aren't as sugary, we've only gone for 220 grams of caster sugar. You will need 200 grams of plain flour, and in that plain flour you should put 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a little pinch of salt as well, 60 grams of ground almonds. Now this is where I've got to make a confession to you guys. I was unable to find semolina. As you can see, there was no semolina in here. And you will need semolina. I'm hoping that my dad will come back with some semolina, and we will have 60 grams of semolina in this bowl here. So, strangely enough, for an orange and almond cake, you also need, orange and marmalade cake, you will also need 60 grams of marmalade, orange marmalade, the zest of 1 orange, orange essence, and vanilla essence. And today, guys, we're going to be cooking, and 4 eggs, before I forget the eggs, 4 eggs. And before I forget, we will be using a bundt tin. Now, a bundt tin is a little bit different from your ordinary cake tins that I've been using and getting the paper and putting the paper in. A bundt tin is going to be a little bit harder. You're going to have a mixture of flour and sugar, and you put that mixture of flour and sugar all the way around inside. Oh, sugars. And I'll show you it when I'm doing it, okay? So see you soon. So I am preheating my oven at 170 degrees C. If you've got anything other than a fan oven, go for 190 degrees C. So now, guys, I have my mixing bowl, and in my mixing bowl I have my butter, my sugar, my almonds, my orange zest, and my vanilla extract, okay? And I am now gonna whisk it all up until it kind of sticks to the side of the bowl. But the one thing you need to genuinely do is to make sure it doesn't go white. So feel free to turn on your Be My Eyes, or alternatively, something that has a colour detector on it, okay? And then let's go. Let's see how this goes, guys, okay? So now, guys, have a look at this. Take a look at that. If you can see, take a look at that. It is stuck to the sides all nicely. It is a lovely kind of a creamy yellow colour, I think. And we are on to our next bit. Thankfully, guys, my dad did come back with semolina. So the next stage is to get our 4 eggs. And we have to whisk them up into this mix one at a time, because we're adding the rest of our ingredients, okay? So once you've added your eggs in one at a time and whisked it all up, you are adding the semolina, you are adding the flour with the baking powder in and the salt, and you are going to be adding your marmalade and your orange extract. So I'm going to do all of that now, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like later on, okay? Hello guys, so here we are with my bundt tin fully furnished with my cake mix. I have fully done it now. If you have a look at it, it is this beautiful bright yellowy colour like custard, and it's nice and airy and foamy. Now the thing is, I'm not the best at pouring anything in, so I've had a lot of help from my mum. Because the thing is about cakes, especially these types of cakes, is that they tend to rise a lot in the middle and not on the sides. So we have deliberately made the sides deeper than the middle in the hope that it would kind of even out a bit as it cooks. Now, when I put it in this oven, like you will need to leave it for about 45 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna go and put it in the oven now. So we have our cake in the oven. Our cake is going to be a very, very moist cake. And that is because we are going to add some orange syrup. As soon as we take our cake out of the oven, we're going to pour all over the top of it this orange syrup. So whilst your cake is cooking in the oven, start making your orange syrup. So the orange syrup needs, strangely and oddly enough, the orange you zested earlier, the juice of it. It needs 150 grams of caster sugar and 100 mils of water in this small pan here, okay? Or a small pan. Now, the great thing about syrup is that it's viscous. So it's just that little bit thicker than water. And the thing that makes it thicker than water, a little bit thicker than water, is the sugar itself, because sugar has some really interesting properties to it, and its properties change when it gets heated up according to the temperature. So we are gonna put it on the hob for about 2 minutes, and hopefully that shall change the orange juice into this more this more viscous, this syrup that we're looking for, this slightly thicker liquid than water, okay? So once I have done that, I shall see you soon. So in the beginning, our sugar kind of just sits at the bottom until we've stirred it into the liquid. And as it heats up, as you can see, it's now boiling. So the sugar has now kind of been absorbed by our lovely orangey mix. So I'm going to take it off the heat now, like that. And I'm going to add my orange extract. Now, once it's boiling, you need to leave it to simmer for about 2 minutes. Have I got any orange extract in there, Mum?
Not a lot.
Right, okay.
That's it. Oh, lovely.
Sugar lumps.
Perfect.
You can see why I need my mum to help me with this, can't you? Unless I'm going to get my fingers muggy. Right, let's give that a little stir. And then it's all ready to put onto our cake. So here is our cake as it is just out the oven. It looks awful. there's no way two ways about it. It looks really skanky in the tin, but I'm telling you, as soon as we get the cake out, after we've poured this lovely syrup all over the top of it and let it cool, believe me, it will taste absolutely fabulous. Okay, so here we go.
You better tell them what you're doing.
I am now pouring it over a little bit with my mum's help. Normally the recipe says to use a spoon, but because my mum's here, I'm just gonna pour it on, and to be honest.
Just let it soak in a little bit. There's quite a lot, isn't there, Mike?
There is quite a lot in there, to be fair, but don't feel like there's too much, because believe it or not, this cake will soak up absolutely every single bit of that orange syrup. If I sounded unsure in that last clip, it's because I was. The fact is that we did manage to get all of the orange syrup into the cake, and here is our cake out of its bundt tin, looking lovely and dark brown. It is my cake, beautifully sliced, with some orange segments and some cream, ready to eat at the dining table. So I hope you enjoy cooking this yourselves, guys. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye!